Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Do you notice anything different about me? My hair? No. I'm wearing a bun all the time. It's not the clothes. Can you guess? Bow! That's right, babies. I voted. Okay, so I wanted to try to combine a few of the challenges kind of all together. When Johnny said to do something like a TV show, I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And then I was like, well, maybe I'll do the debates. But then Min totally pushed my hand and did his challenge, which was cook something. So I was like, okay, cooking show. And then my last video, I mentioned making homemade tortillas and everyone seemed interested in that. So I'm kind of trying to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. So because I don't have a regular video camera, I try to do it the best way that I can. It's not going to be like a real TV show, of course, but I am going to throw it together and hopefully you guys like it.
Tellement évident que je trouve plus de sens à ce jeu excitant. Si bon mais si lassant, tu peux manipuler et j'aime en faire autant. Nous sommes tous deux victimes de ce doux jeu d'amour passion.
Everybody sit down, sit down. Sit. Hi everyone at home. Hello everyone in the studio. Welcome to my kitchen. So today on Don't Assume I Cook, we're going to be making homemade tortillas. So we don't have any time to waste. Let's get started. Say hello to my little kitchen. The first thing we'll need is flour, then oil, baking powder, salt, and warm water. 1 cup of flour, leveled off and into the bowl. 2nd cup of flour, leveled again and into the bowl. 2/3 a cup of warm water, and you mix that with the teaspoon of salt so the salt gets all through the dough. You mix the teaspoon of baking powder, with the flour. Then you measure 1/4 cup of oil and mix that in with the flour and the baking powder. Mix it together with your fingers. You'll know the dough is ready when you can squeeze it with your fist and it stays together. Okay, once the dough is chilling, then I take a break because it has to chill for about 15-20 minutes. So if you're me, that break includes a short ice cream break with the cats because they're crazy, and then back to the computer where I get mesmerized by iTunes Visualizer for a little too long before getting down to business. Real business, like lolcats business, Twitter business, YouTube, Perez of course. Then, well, I guess we gotta get back to work. So mix the water in with the dough. You may not use all the water, but that's fine. Knead for 2 to 3 minutes. I just use the bowl, and then you'll be left with a nice firm but soft dough. Use a clean work surface, dusted with just a tiny bit of flour, little flour, and then you roll it out into an even-sized log so that we can cut into pre-tortilla shapes. Cut the dough in half, cut each half in half, and cut those quarters into thirds, and you'll be left with 12 equal-sized pieces of dough, which you roll into little balls and place either on a sheet pan or a cutting board to rest. If any of your shapes are a little bit uneven, just pick them apart and roll them back together. Then you leave them covered for about 10 to 15 minutes. The pre-tortillas are finished resting and we're ready to get started cooking. Here's what we'll need. A large skillet with a heavy bottom, plastic wrap, a rolling pin, a smaller skillet, a medium-low flame. Place the dough ball between the plastic wrap, smush with the skillet, smush it really good. You're left with a nice round shape, but needs to be rolled out so it's a little bit thinner. Then you pick it up off the plastic wrap, place it into your pan, and once you start to see it bubble, it's ready to turn. This is what it looks like. When they're finished, place between a towel and then continue cooking and rolling out until you're all finished, and then you eat how you like. Okay, so because I'm doing Subscriber Saturday on the first week that it's changing, I actually get to answer 2 of Min's questions. So last Saturday, Min asked what we thought that he should change about the picture, and I do think it's a great picture. It's really colorful, but I think like a tree in the background, I don't know, just some color in the background of some sort. I did not win your challenge. I'm very sad. I get a few points for remembering your cousin and whatever. But anyways, you know from the PMs that I did not win your challenge. I hope somebody did, and whoever did, I guess we'll see Monday. So I can't wait for that. As far as your party goes, okay, I gave this a lot of thought, and I know you're a Libra, and Libras usually try to achieve balance, but the interesting thing about Libras is they usually achieve balance through two extremes. So because you're doing the marathon, obviously your extreme is healthy now. So I was thinking of a theme for your party. And so I was trying to think of a time period or a theme that would express the same kind of dichotomy, and I thought 80s. So pre-marathon, you have the 80s party where it's like everyone's in leotards and headbands and freaking leg warmers, and everyone stands around drinking tab and, I don't know, eating salads with no dressing. But then after the marathon, you have the 80s debauchery where everyone has blush up to here and eyeshadow up to there and crazy clothes, members only jackets, shutter shades. Everyone's getting drunk and doing crazy things. I mean, that's what you should do. 2 parties. What's better than that? Greg, you asked if we are looking forward to weather changes, and in a word, yes. My favorite season of all is fall. So it's already kind of like that in Atlanta, which is fabulous, where like the evenings are cool, like lows in the 50s, and then the highs in the middle of the day are really only like 70, maybe 75 degrees at the very most. The weather is gorgeous. The leaves have not started to change yet, but I think it's going to be this month. I mean, it's October, so towards the middle to end of October, the beginning of November, when the leaves start to change, it's going to be even better. Now for Mara, I know that your audition is already over because you Twittered it yesterday, but I hope you did really well, and I definitely am looking forward to an update of some form by next week. And I couldn't give you any practical advice anyway, because I don't think I've done a play since I was in like 7th grade. I was in A Christmas Carol, and I was not good. So I couldn't give you any advice anyway, other than just, positive thinking and good wishes. As far as having vagina envy, well, no. Okay, so my challenge this week is going to be a couple of questions, but I want you to answer them in tweet speak, just for the fun of it, because I think it's hilarious to hear people use internet language in regular conversation, like OMG. And plus with Twitter, you have to be really succinct because it's only 140 characters. So, all right, so here are the 3 questions. What's your favorite ice cream and why? Other than gay marriage, because equality, I think, is important to everyone who watches this channel, what is a big issue for you this election? Summarize your day in 140 characters or less.